Alrighty. Getting technical issues aside, let's get this rolling. Woo! Alright. Stream unmuted. So who would like to do a recap? It's an easy inspiration. Because I mean, I can do the recap and give myself an inspiration. I'm okay with this.
Goodness. Will you do the recap quick?
Oh shit, I was muted. I was gonna say I'll do it. So basically, we had found ourselves in front of this hut after sneaking past a bunch of cows that were standing on their back two legs, holding halberds, and we kind of, well, Kozik, I guess, presented himself to this king of the moose. I'm not sure if there was an official name, but King Cow inside of this kind of
I'll even put one
hut
there.
shack sort of building with a very interesting sort of cow pin like structure leading out of it.
There we go.
And Kozik introduced himself. The king wasn't threatening whatsoever. He was more or less just annoyed with all of the cows that were outside because they had been afflicted by some crazy disease that made them mad. So we basically talked to the king and we decided, well, we're going to try and help him because he's very annoyed with these cows. He wants them gone. And he kind of told us that the way to get rid of him is, or to get rid of the disease, is to just kill the cows. So Raul went outside and flew up and kind of scouted around. Also did a little bit of distracting and disarming because the cows saw him and threw all of their halberds, making them completely disarmed, but scattering weaponry all around the field there that we're kind of standing near. And then one by one, we all kind of made our way outside to fight these cows. And yeah, I mean, we we spent the rest of the session just fighting a bunch of cows. We kind of dispatched them one by one. I'm not going to go through the entire initiative, but Kozik was almost killed by these charging moo men. And so I think an important thing to note is I believe Kozik has 1 hit point left. And as we dispatched all of these cows, there was this, I believe it was just kind of, I'm not sure even how it came to be, if it came out of the ground or just appeared or what, but there's this massive, uh, what we believe to be a hell cow that is now appeared in front of us and looks like he wants to continue our engagement here. So that seems to be what we're facing.
Right. And pretty much as you guys were looting, this thing just kind of appeared.
Right. Yeah, we decided to loot all the bodies because I think Cha ended up getting a ring out of one of them, and yeah, Zed picked up one of their halberds and has been trying to wield it uh, somewhat successfully.
Somewhat. All right, so you get yourself an inspiration, because you might need it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this map turned out good. I like it.
I know, it's like there was a skilled map builder
Oh
who
yeah, look at that.
took a minuscule idea and turned it into something amazing.
I was just zooming in and looking at the dead bodies, and I was like, "Fuck, those sized right? They look great."
AKA Spicy updated this map to make it look way nicer.
It's a
Nice.
bloody forge of empires.
He didn't have the particle effects though. So
I did not. It scaled well.
it did. It did.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just taking notice of like feedback for making more maps.
And all
I
right,
thought those
so
bodies would get real blurry.
which makes sense. People got moited. All right, so it seems this creature hasn't quite fully emerged yet, but you get the feeling that within the next, I don't know, 6 seconds, whatever this thing is, it's gonna be, whatever it does. You don't really know what it's gonna do. Right now, its back is kind of facing towards you, so it hasn't really fully emerged and taken note.
What the? What? Maybe that's the source. Should we find it? What?
Are we sure that that's not the king that was in that building right there?
I don't know. We should check. Want to go in? Kozik, maybe you should go inside. You're really screwed up looking, man. You're bleeding out of your eyes.
Go see if the king can give us any help or has anything to say. So I go back inside the this ersatz or whatever throne room.
All right. So you make your way back in, but like I said, you only had about 6 seconds, which would have been enough time for you to get in there and essentially kind of, say something.
There's a giant demonic beast, a cow beast rising from the earth. Your Highness. What should we do?
At this moment in time, he looks perplexed by your statement. Just like utterly confused, like almost like you're speaking
Utterly
a
confused.
Yep, utter. Almost like you're speaking another language, but he clearly understands every other word, but you get the feeling he doesn't understand the context. What? Meanwhile, those of you outside,
What? You think we can take it? Maybe we should run for the portal. I mean, more cows will be affected if we don't kill it, though. And more adventurers will be slain by then.
as noted, the corpse is on the ground, and that poor roguish fellow that got sliced to bits.
Ah, I'm going to name him Sam. Sam, we will avenge you.
Right, well, if we
We
don't figure
are-
out a way to patch up Kozik, we're going to have to avenge him as well.
is going to try an inside check to see about how bad she thinks this guy is.
13. I mean, he looks pretty big and beefy.
I'd like to do that too because I'm trying to assess if it. I mean, being a creature of the hells, and I think you said that Shaw had not interacted with something like this, but might he know something about its abilities and whatnot? Is what I'm thinking.
So yeah, like Cha would know about cows. Cha would know about demonic entities, but this particular entity, this type, this creature is not something, probably not necessarily something on the first 2 levels, that you've been to. And
He got an
18,
18.
and you're trying to ascertain.
Like, does it seem like it's putting off just an absurd amount of power, like, over 9,000, or
So it definitely seems strong. There is this aura of, I always get it mixed up, malevolence, the bad juju. There's this
malevolence?
aura of malevolence about it.
Okay. Look, I don't think it wants you to talk, you guys. We either go for the portal or we're getting in a fight. Suggestions? I can try to talk to it, maybe?
I mean, do you think it's gonna work?
No!
Yeah, I'm gonna mute.
Look at it!
I see it.
We just got in a fight. I mean, I feel okay,
Weird.
but I'm a little tapped on my more magical power.
Oh, I'm
And
about to.
Kozik is screwed up. Maybe we should just grab him and
Oh, I'm
run.
about to.
Okay, well, you definitely try.
Okay, I'm gonna get him. I was gonna run in there. Bow to the king. King, you better run for it. There's a horrible monster out there. We dispatched most of the cows that were out there, so they're not the problem anymore. But this thing looks pretty bad. You better go run and hide. Kozik, we're getting the fuck out of here. Let's go.
I kind of
Well,
hesitantly back away from the king. What?
game. Okay. So that was a lot of stuff happening. Definitely more than 6 seconds.
Sure.
So, in that 6 seconds, you would be able to ascertain. So for that insight, it's definitely a malevolent spirit. There's this aura about it. There's this, just kind of out of nowhere, you start noticing little bits of embers just starting to float around you and just accumulate in the air. And it does emerge completely. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And it immediately spots Niavara.
Ooh.
Yep.
And to that end, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't really moo. There's just this plume of smoke that just jets out of its nostrils. And he slides his hooves in the dirt and charges. Initiative.
Oh.
Fuck.
But first, let me
Here we go.
get the encounter started. Before you do that.
That was fast.
Okay.
Doing so great, everyone. 4, okay, awesome. Cha, really great.
And great.
964.
Ay, ay, ay.
3, 6.
There we go.
Great.
Run
I
away!
expected Eldrin to get a perfect 22.
Well, let's see.
Manifesting. Carb.
Capture. While they're rolling that, I am it's weird, the audio. Okay. I'll just do that. Whoa. Why is it doing that? We are looking for a roll from the Veldrin. Where art thou, Veldrin? I know they're having some audio issues. Let's see. Belgian says they can't hear
shit.
us.
Everybody, go for the crate of carrots. It's the secret.
To figure.
Right.
Be right back.
Someone always has an audio issue. Such is the way. Such is the way. Mm-hmm. Ow. Okay, so it just hasn't updated. Weird. Maybe I have to restart the server to update that. Anyway. Okie dokie. Got everyone initiative. Yes.
Uh,
So it's on the 17th with him. Okay. It's interesting. Well, Chaw's up, but I think he had to get up for a second.
Brody?
He said he's stealing the carrots.
Back.
You're up, by the way.
All right. So Cha is going to go back up to the entrance, peek his head out, be like, "Oh shit!" and just tell Kozik to stay back with the king, and just hang back, and like, prepare for battle if we can't take care of this thing, or maybe shoot from the corner or something if he can.
Okay.
And then he's gonna run out there, and as the thing is
5,
charging
2.
at Niavara, he's just gonna say an infernal "Stop!" Hold his ground, and try to protect Niavara, who's getting charged, and hold. He's gonna hold his attack. If the creature passes by him, he's gonna attack it.
All right. You hold your ground, but it is not its turn yet. So, Kozik.
Uh, Well, I see my comrade in a tizzy running out of the room too, and I say to the Your Highness, we were able to take care of most of the rabid cows, but a new, more demonic threat has risen from the ground, and we're going to engage in battle with it. Can you help us? What can we do?
Nothing I can do here. And he points to
Nothing.
the door, and you
Uh-huh.
kind of realize the size difference.
How did you get in here, Your Highness?
Your Highness.
Aren't you afraid of this? This thing is could kill us all, and you.
If it doesn't see me, it can't touch me.
Oh, goodness. Do you have any potions on you? We're coming to the end of my thing. Yes.
Good question.
You look around in here. No, there actually doesn't seem to be any potions laid out. Maybe some old farm equipment laying around.
Remind
Okay.
me, if we live through this, remind me to look inside the king's stomach for any treasure.
Swallowed a rock. I go, all right, Your Highness, we'll do our best. And I kind of disengage with him, and I'm gonna just kind of move closer to the entrance here.
I mean, you do recall that there was an adventurer that got chopped to bits.
Oh, out in the field there?
Yep.
Okay. I go, maybe. Putting something sparks in my mind.
Whether or not there's actually something on them, yeah, no. That's
We don't know,
the
yeah.
one body nobody really went to inspect. You were looting cows and digging into their guts and stuff.
It's true.
All right.
That's my turn for the moment. Yep.
All right. So, Hellcow's turn. So, Cha, you're trying to intimidate it or something?
I mean, he's holding his ground. He's like baring his teeth. He's like flashing his fangs, and he's telling it to stop. So I guess and he's holding out his staff. He's like in a martial position. I would say he's tempting it to some degree.
Oh, let's see what you get.
All right. Intimidation. 18.
All right. So, I will give it a. What is. Okay, it's pretty shit. I'll do this.
Nice.
All right. So, hold on. It's a minus. Yep, nope, just barely passes. So you try and tell it to hold its ground, or you hold your ground, tell it to stop. You speak in infernal. And you know, roll me a d20. Just a raw d20.
Alrighty. 5.
Okay, that's on the failure side. Okay. All right. So you go to yell, you try and tell it to stop, and maybe for a moment there's a flicker of recognition. Maybe it's infernal. Maybe it's the passion in your eyes, but that is quickly suffused by raw, unadulterated rage. And it focuses attention on you. Because are you wearing anything red?
No, all black.
But you were diving into corpses of. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah. There should be some. It should be a darker tone now after some time, but sure.
There was specifically there was 2 occasions where Zed and Cha were entirely covered in blood.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Which wasn't long ago, so it's still fresh. Okie dokie.
Agreed. Cha is happy that he redirected the attention away from anybody else. Bring it, fucker.
Well, sometimes you get your wish. Sometimes you regret that wish. There. Plus. Hold on, let me just have this as a pop out so I'll stop freaking having to do this. Let's move that over there. Okay, so that would come out to 19 to hit.
Hits. I would also like to get my hit in though that I have for my held action if I survive this.
All right. Well, you get to do that. Does kind of have reach though. So he would get to hit first, and then after that, when he actually moves in your threat range, technically he does have a good bit of reach. So. Okay, so it's gonna be. I just roll this. That's not gonna be. Attack. Oh, we already did the attack. Never mind. Hold on. It's damage. The damage is gonna be different because it's not a great axe. Oh, one less. There we go. So its halberd slashes into you upon request. Or it would seem 14 damage.
Cha goes down.
All right. And it basically just lets out a mighty moo. So that, because I was on his charge. Okay.
Right before he falls, he has a light smile on his face.
All right. So then, or down. I'll just keep that in mind. All right. So, Kozik, you hear the sounds of heavy footsteps tromping, and the sound of Cha just getting smacked by something hard, and then a thud, and a very loud moo.
That doesn't sound good.
It makes you think to that moment when they all charged you.
Something terrible must have happened. I've got to get out there, but I could die. It's not my turn again, is it?
No, it's your turn.
Oh, it is
'Cause
already. Okay.
It was Cha, then you at a 17. Oh, sorry. No, it's not. because the cow just went.
Good. Yeah, I just
Hold
wanted
on.
to make sure that we were.
That's weird. Okay. I must have clicked the wrong button. That's okay. All right.
But
So
the
Veldrin.
reaction was real though. I'm in it.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
So hopefully Veldrin can do Veldrin things. Maybe. Hopefully. Toll the Dead. Got it. So Veldrin reaches up and casts Toll the Dead. Spell book. Toll the Dead is. To which DC 10. This thing has. Okay. So it looks like. Oh. Okay. Yep. Nope. Doesn't seem to affect it. There's a little ringing of bells, and it almost sounds like a little cowbell. Maybe it gives it fond memories of some greener pastures. So Toll the
Oh, wait.
Dead. What?
Did Veldrin roll the saving throw? Because I thought the Minotaur had to roll the saving throw. Or wait, no, it's not a saving throw. It's an attack spell.
That's a saving throw. I just clicked on the save throw DC 10 Wisdom.
Oh, see, because it says Carbonell rolled it. My bad.
Yeah, it's just because. Let's see, because Carbon. Yeah, it still would have passed. You get a feeling that this creature is probably pretty sturdy against, things that influence its state of mind. Maybe it's because of its rage, maybe its disposition, who knows? But we'll find out. All right. Did you want to move anywhere, Veldrin? Everybody's having audio issues tonight. It's brutal. None in chat and Foundry and registers. Oh. Yeah, I might have to
Okay.
restart the server later. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I might just have to restart the server after. We'll just work with what we got, I guess. Technical issues, yay!
Oh, okay. Carb. If you click on Veldrin, you should be able to type as them.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
That worked.
Well, let's keep this shindig going. Raul, you're up. You saw Chad get pretty much obliterated on that charge. It pull its full might, its full power, its full body behind that swing.
Oh, okay. 1 second. I'm gonna move right there. And then in that direction. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna use gust of wind. How do I put it in chat?
So in your spell book, there's a little dice button next to the spell itself. You just click on the dice and it'll put it in the chat.
Ah, okay.
Oh. It's the 11.
Oh, I have a
Yes.
line as a cursor, but how do I rotate it?
If you hold shift, you can rotate.
Oh, I put it down. How do I click it again?
What'd you do? You did, so under your measurement controls, it'll
Okay.
bring up the little icon that you can move or delete or whatever. It's just under your token
Aha.
controls.
Holding shift. Allows me to move it, doesn't allow me to rotate it.
Oh, shifted for tokens. I mean, we get the point. Okay, so let's see. Well, first off, let's see if it even works.
Yeah, so I'm doing all sorts of shit that I don't want to do. I need to figure out how to do these things. So yeah, that direction.
Yeah, it doesn't,
60-foot line, 10 feet wide, lasts for 1 minute. It says strength saving throw, but it doesn't tell me what that throw is.
well, it says strength DC 11 saving throw. It
DC
says in the
11.
chat.
Oh, well, you beat the shit out of that.
Yep. Basically, you're trying to wing buffet a hulking mass of flesh and anger.
Yeah, so for another minute, they're right there, right up in the corner of the woods. There's a gust of wind buffeting it, and every turn that it starts in there, it has to do it again.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I found out how to rotate it.
So there's a gust of wind. It sounds like if anybody goes through there, because it doesn't seem like it's a spell that differentiates that. All right. Niavara. You saw Shaw basically pull aggro off of you, and you kind of get a feeling that whatever it just did would have hurt a good bit. And as a result, Cha is now laying at your feet, unconscious. What does old Niavara do?
Ooh, not great. Chiefs, not great. Hmm.
It's just 1d8 now.
So, table-wise, do we want to try and fight this thing, or do we want to try and run?
Uh, I don't. I mean, I'm not doing great on hit points. I think Chaw is definitely not doing great.
I have hit points to spare, but I don't have a lot of magic, and I think that this guy might be a little bit out of our como se dice effective range.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
Out of our league.
I have faith in us.
How much damage does this guy did in like one go? What was his bonus?
What was it?
I think we should run like hell.
I think he did like 2d8.
I'm concerned that now that it's right here, and we try and run, that it might not. I don't know. It might not go well. It's all about the dice. But
It would get a single attack of opportunity on anyone on like the first target who runs away if it wants to take it.
If it
And
has
then
a
after that,
OO.
and after that it would not, because that would be its one reaction. And then we can book it. Double dash, use our action to dash and run, try to outrun it maybe.
But
do
if we
we
can-
know
So
where
If we
the
can
portal
surround
is?
it, then we'll do. Then we can have all sorts of advantages, though.
I was thinking
So
about
We
that
do,
Neomara-
we do know where the portal is. We do know where the portal is.
her action is going to be to step in, and she's going to attempt to cast inflict wounds on it.
Yep, you definitely reach out and touch it. There's a lot of meat to touch. No intended. 18.
Reach out and touch me.
Reach out and fucking
Boom.
stab the shit out of it. Damn.
Boom, 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 boom.
That's 18. Boop. All right, that was definitely effective. You
How's
Yeah,
it looking?
go Niavara.
you reach out and you just kind of just touch it, right? You're not even like grabbing, you're not doing anything. You just kind of, doing the put a pinky finger on it, and you see its arm, basically where you touched it, start to just kind of start melting away, like decay or necrosis setting in instantly.
Nice.
And Niavara, feel free, roll me a D100, please.
Let's go. Lamau?
Wow. Wow.
I will say for the
We have an
class,
inordinate number of
every
60s
result
in
is
it.
equally possible with the D100.
I would also like to point out, for this situation, I actually inverted the roll, so low roll's actually better. It's funny how that happens. Anyway, so with that, and that's a 6. So you reach out, you touch it, and I'm just kind of taking note of something in the backdrop here. Okay. All right. Things noted. You don't know what, but things noted. Zed. Actually, Niavar, you moving anywhere else? Or you staying where you are?
Her movement was to step into the creature's space in order to not try and provoke anything. Frankly speaking, next round it probably is going to be likely grabbing a body over her shoulders and running. If some of these fucks don't do something.
Which is very well possible that'll be the case. Anyway, Zed.
Okay. I got a question about this the gust from Raul here.
Yeah.
Are you on the ground or in the air?
Right above the ground. I landed to help you guys loot. So I would have
Okay.
just, jumped up enough to cast it.
And is this like a wind tunnel almost?
Yes.
So does it have, I mean, I understand the direction it's going, but does it have like dimensions in the sense of
60
basically can I
feet.
go under it or over it?
It's 60 feet and it's 10 feet wide. So it is at my body, 10 feet wide, 60 feet long. So you could go over it or under it because it's just the size of my body.
Okay.
Or you can go
Judging by
through it
this,
and you can have you can go for a ride.
it
But if
is
I
an
but
improvised charge attack if you want to jump in it and go for the
so
ride.
yeah, I have an idea. Um
Throw a knife in it and see where
so
it goes.
it would affect me if I just tried to walk right through it.
It'll push you 15 feet unless you can make a strength check of a level.
15 feet. Okay, I'm gonna try and get creative here. Cubed, let me know if it's too much. Um, I'm gonna attempt to roll underneath it. Like I'm gonna drop down to my side and just do kind of a roll, just all the way across, hoping to stay out of it. Um, and if I'm able to get to the other side, then I want to move basically like around behind it. Um, And then using this gust of wind as momentum, I'm going to swing this halberd and hope that it's going to get caught in this gust and give it even more momentum and chopping power. And I'm going to hack the fuck out of this minotaur.
It's creative. I like it.
Well,
Nice.
as my motto, you can always try. So, the first thing to do to try and make your way, to avoid the, um, the wind tunnel. Let's start off with an acrobatics.
Alrighty.
All right, yeah, you definitely managed to roll your way underneath the wind tunnel. Maybe feel a little bit of a gust, right? Like just a smidge. Maybe your cape billows in the wind, your hair billows in the air, adding some swashbuckler flair.
Of course. And then it would be
5, 10.
that. Um, it was a D20 with a -1, right? Initially?
So it's basically a d20 plus your strength, but not using your proficiency because this is not a weapon you're proficient with.
Okay. Um,
So for you, it would come out to be. So you're not proficient strength. So yes, it's a -1.
let me read something real quick.
Because he has 9 strengths, that's -1.
Based on the weapon I'm using, I'm not sure. I'm trying to read the sneak attack. Would I get sneak attack with this? Based on
No, it's not a light weapon.
okay. Would I have any sort of advantage based on my positioning?
Yes, you would have advantage on the attack roll because you are effectively flanking. Oh, that's right. So it's just a d20, not -1, just d20. Because it's a +1.
Okay. So just a straight D20.
Yep. Let's check your AC, big boy. Ooh, just barely would be missing. Ooh, so close. So close.
Inspiration.
Yeah, you could. You
I'm
do have an
thinking about
inspiration.
it, but
Hmm.
I don't know. With Kozik being 1 hit point and Cha being incapacitated, I kind of want to save inspiration for.
For the record,
Oh,
I was able to
Uh.
cast Armor of Agathis, so I have 6 hit points. I'm not
Oh.
quite at death's door. So
Okay.
I'd also like to
Okay.
point out you only rolled once.
Hmm?
So you have advantage because you're flanking. You only rolled 1d20. You still have to roll another one to see if you hit.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
advantage.
Okay,
Ow.
same result. You just kind of swing at it, and this thing is very large. It's very unwieldy. You're surprised you're able to even carry this thing with how heavy it is. And the fact that there's wind blowing doesn't necessarily help either.
Apparently not.
Because it just kind of adds even more weight to the swing, right? So you're trying to swing it, and then it gets in the gust of wind, and that throws it off just a little bit more than you expected. Like you can calculate for the swing speed, you can calculate for where you think it would hit, but then the wind throws off that 0.01 that makes all the difference kind of thing. Because you weren't really able to calculate the wind speed. Okay, so
All right. That'll be my turn.
all right, death saving throw for Cha.
All right, here we go. Ja,
I can use my inspiration on
cling,
this, right?
cling to
How did
my
these work?
Oh,
We haven't
I
can you?
we
believe
haven't
I
had
believe
this.
so. Yeah.
That's saving.
Yeah, you also don't have to use it because if he truly fails his death saving throws, you get multiple of them, and also you
3 of them.
have multiple characters that have spare the dying, which automatically stabilizes you, so you don't have to do saving throws.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
So
All
if
right.
Cha doesn't make it, Veldrin and Niavara both have spare the dying on their spell lists.
Let's see
Uh,
that first roll.
Right. Makes me feel a little bit better about it.
where is it on the
I'll just roll a
where is it on
d20.
the Okay. All right,
Basically,
here
it's
we
a
go.
high or low kind of thing. All right.
18 success.
As your first success. So, as you're, when you fell over, knocked unconscious, the lights go out, and for a moment, they come back on, but you're not here. You're not in this field. You're not with the group of people you've come to call friends. You're back home. The vision is very blurry, but you can see the hellish skies above you. You can see the ash-covered soil around you, and a bit of a massacre around you, maybe in the middle of a battlefield.
Hmm.
Maybe this is an omen, maybe it's a memory. Maybe it's you being summoned back to where you came from. But anywho, you passed your first save. So, that's one. And then, Kozik.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to the doorway here. Oops, how do I stay? Let's see. Is that just what it is?
Yeah, that's
Okay. So I move
grid
up to
didn't
the
line up
doorway
right.
and I call out. I'm like, well, I see this carnage now. I'm like, oh my god, this is insane. And look to the corpse of the dead traveler. He might have something that can help us. And then with that, I attempt to shoot this demonic creature with I think here
Say it. Say it.
witch bolt,
The deep shaft one.
Ooh, that's a good one if it
deep
hits.
shaft bolt.
Shoot him with the deep shaft.
Deep shaft bolt.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
Oh, I really hope he hits
Yes.
this.
And cast spell.
Oh, I really hope he hits it. That's such a good
See if it
spell.
does anything here. Okay, so I guess I need to attack. So in a Darth Sidious-esque kind of pose, I hold my hands up and I go, ah! I can't think of anything that comes to mind. So he kind of gives out a shout and shoots these blue lightning energy from my fingertips here at this guy, and hopefully I can hit him.
And when you do that, well, let's see what you get first, because you might not even need it. Okay, yeah, you didn't need it. I was gonna say you get to roll with advantage for, there's some other reasons behind the scenes. It rolled again. Could be a nat 20. Who knows? You already got an 18. You hit.
Oh, okay. Well, let me pull it up again. Oh, I
You could
just
just click it again, yeah.
again. Got it. Yeah, it's not a nat, but it's better.
So close. Anywho, yeah, you still hit. So you hit him with these, tendrils of energy, and they almost latch onto him almost like a hand of lightning gripping around this creature, because I know what Witch Bolt does.
Highly impressive.
So then you roll damage, which is a d12.
Okay. Oh, let's see.
Damn.
Nice.
16. 16. See, you guys were worried.
Yeah.
So,
do it.
yeah, these tendrils just kind of hit this creature, almost like bouncing off the halberd itself, using it as a bit of a lightning rod, as the energy arcs into this creature and remains connected to you.
Like, yar!
So is it half? It is at half.
Okay.
Wait. Not quite half yet. Almost. All right. So its turn. Oh, look at all these people in a perfect cone. No, just kidding.
Sleeping attack.
Oh, thanks for the idea. No, just kidding. It does not have cleave, because that would be OP. So let's see. It downed one. Okay, well, Neovar is the one that... Oh, no, I had 2 targets, but the only one that's closest is... Oh, wait, hold on. Has to make a save. It is within...
Yeah.
Thingamadoohickey.
Totally. Do it. Fail it.
It's normal.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, this is
No, fuck yeah.
nice roll.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see. How far does it get pushed?
You slam into the cart?
It's 15 feet away. 15 feet away. Roll me a d100. Let's see if it actually hits the cart. I'll let luck decide. Then I'll roll this to figure this out. 2, 5. Oh, okay. Falls within that bracket. Lucky you, sir. Oh, trying to move it. It is a forced movement, so there's no attack of opportunity with it. However, this creature does get slammed into the cart. Raul, let's see. 15
Nice.
feet. I don't know. Throw an extra d6 in there.
Pair it up, guys.
2 more.
Pair it up.
Still not there. And is it knocked prone also, or just moved? We push 15 away.
Moved.
Thrown
Yeah,
15 feet in the direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot when moving closer to you. Disperses all gas, extinguishes candles, torches, and unprotected flames in the area.
Okay, so it's not knocked prone.
You can also change the direction of it as a bonus action.
Okay. So you got a little extra damage as it slams into this cart. A cart of hay, which is now knocked over and pretty much demolished, because this creature's way bigger than the cart. And now there's just hay everywhere. There's cart pieces laying all over the place. But that was at the start of its turn, so now it is its turn. Basically gets to do the thing it wants to do, which it doesn't really care about the reach as much. Doesn't have to move very far. I'll rotate him that way, so he's looking at you. All right, but it is not a charge, so if you pushed it too far, that could have been real bad. All right. So you're gonna go for your swangy swing. Roll. My mouse double clicked. That's okay. I am confident a 16 will hit Niavara, maybe? See.
Let's double check.
It'll be close.
Yeah, it hits. My armor class is 13.
Ah. All right. Well, it swings its mighty halberd at you. And does 6 points of slashing damage.
Ouch bones.
Yep, still has the full. Which you definitely get the feeling that maybe that wind is impeding it somehow. Maybe not. Maybe, it just wasn't as accurate of a attack as it could have been. Either way, it tried to murder you. And then we get to
Very
Veldrin,
irritating.
who hopefully has fixed the audio issues. Fingies crossed.
Oh, that's cool. If you right click the roll, you can pop up a little thingy that lets you apply the damage directly to your token.
Ah,
click.
okay. I was wondering because I was doing it manually. That's pretty sweet.
And it also has apply healing, temporary HP, double damage, half damage. Ooh, I like that.
All right, looks like Veldrin's doing Spare the Dying on Cha. So Cha no longer has to make death saving throws.
Nice.
Thank you.
At healing. All right. Let's see, looks like they're staying put though. Oh, what's going on with our audio issue? Okay. So, next up, as a hand is rested on Cha, and the wounds, well, they don't really close, but they stop bleed. I mean, they close enough. He's not bleeding out profusely. Which then brings us to Raul.
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to do this.
Ooh, nice.
On Shaw.
All right, so click that healing button. Shaw, as you are in that state of this dream, this memory, this summoning, this pull, you feel yourself being pulled away, almost as if being pulled into the ground. And you blink, and you're back here.
Oh, oh, oh,
And
thank
there's
you.
and there's still a very sizable gash in your chest. You're sure you should be dead by now.
Oh, wow, that looks cool. Oh man, you guys took care of that thing, eh? Good job. Good job. Oh shit!
All right,
Nice. We're still there, Shaw. Just be careful.
Niavara. This thing's all up in your grill.
Uh, well, with her being out of actually no, I'm not out of spells. I am out of effective spells. Only on cantrips now. Now, if I have someone flanking, it might be enough to justify using my knives.
I mean, you can hold your turn. Zed is
On the
coming up
off
right after you.
chance someone gets around.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you do have the ability to hold your turn for, something to happen.
I'll take my chances with Toll the Dead. She'll clang her knives together to create the sound of the bell.
Save. Normal.
Wow.
Oh, so close. The bell jingles. It sounds like a cowbell. It's quite lovely, probably to this creature.
Oh, I should have recalled that it sucked. It did really well on this, or no, not super well, but enough. And tried the deck save of Sacred Flame. But with that, she's gonna keep herself between her most injured party members and the beast.
Excellent. It moos angrily and shakes off whatever mindy, effecty things you're trying to do to it. To which we have Zed.
All right. Well, Zed didn't learn his lesson the first time. So, but instead of using the halberd, I have 2 daggers. As far as actions go and things like that, can I throw both daggers in one turn as separate attacks?
I believe you can.
That's why it's 2-weapon fighting. You'd take a negative on the second attack, right?
So I believe if it's a light weapon, you can do a attack with your bonus action. So that would basically make you give up your roguish maneuverability things.
Mhm.
But you can, but the second attack does not benefit from damage from your stat. So it would basically just be a D4 of damage.
Oh, so
So-
instead of rolling, okay, I get what you mean.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna attempt to try and use this wind gust again to affect my daggers. Uh, I think the halberd was very cumbersome and hard for Zed to wield, so he's gonna go back to something he's a lot more uh, comfortable with. And yeah, from me, I would be still getting through the gust to him. You know what I mean? It might affect the throw. We'll see.
Are you throwing or are you moving to?
Yeah, I'm throwing. I'm gonna throw 2 daggers. Am I within? Yeah, I'm not in melee range, so I'm not getting a negative, right?
Correct. You're also
All right,
not getting any
so
bonuses from roguish things either. So it wouldn't be sneak attack.
okay. Um. Hmm.
Sneak attack is a big boost if you're gonna let it go.
Yeah.
See what he does.
Where would I have to be standing to get sneak attack?
About there. Any of these squares, because technically it is big enough for this to count as flanking. So technically you don't even have to touch the gust of wind.
Okay, that's what I was concerned about. That's why that wasn't my immediate thought because I thought I was gonna get sucked up into the wind tunnel there. So okay. I don't know. Forget the whole dagger throwing thing. I'm gonna move to where? Here? Ooh, I don't know. There?
Yep. I mean, I'd count that as flanking enough. See how big it is.
Okay. And like I said before,
Front and back.
I have this belaying pin that is basically the leg of my former crewmate named Wirt. So we're gonna use Wirt's leg.
Nice. There's a story.
You know what?
And do I get
In
a
falling in with the theme, you get advantage on it.
fuck yeah.
Wirt was a very powerful individual in before, whatever horrible incident befell them. I'll reward creativity. Same roll either way. Didn't even need the advantage.
And
So
let's
what's it
see.
look like? Is it just like a peg leg? Is it kind of like the image where there's like some spikes in it?
Hyper realistic foot.
I feel like it's more of like it looks like a twisted branch. It doesn't
Well,
really resemble a leg whatsoever.
A
The
makeshift
fact
peg
that
leg.
the fact that he used this as a leg almost was very peculiar because he could have just taken the leg off of a chair or a table and but seemed to find something that was very specific to himself, which was this kind of, like I said, like twisted branch from some sort of exotic tree that we found while sailing. Fitted perfectly to his body.
Well, give me a damage roll. You hit.
All right, so
And
I
then
do damage roll.
And then also give me a D100 when you're all done rolling.
And then I have sneak
attack.
attack, right?
Yes, sir. $11.
And you said a D100.
14. Okay. Let's see. 1. Nope. Wait. Oh, wait. 1. No, it doesn't. Okay. Just checking.
Nice. Yeah. Something like that.
All right. So you bash this thing in the, I don't know, in its back leg with a leg, trying to leg him. But it seems like maybe the memory of old Wirt has done more to aid you than the actual leg itself. Who knows? Didn't seem like the leg did much, but man, you managed to hit some veins, or you gave him a pretty wicked Charlie horse or something. You did that Charlie horse because he's a bull. Anywho, Cha.
Chalk pulls himself up to his feet and is like, "Ah!" and runs at the thing. Is going to unload his full, everything.
So remember, you just can't end in the same square, so you have to be in adjacent
All
square.
right, gotcha. Oh, okay. Is there a way for me to get flanking with Zed in this position?
Yeah.
That kind of flanking right
Should
there.
be able to there, I would think.
Okay.
There's probably more optimal. Both are applicable.
Alrighty. Boom. With advantage. +5, which is 19 to hit.
That's definitely
Takes his staff with both hands and just tries to crack it right across right into its temple.
advantage.
Roll. 4 for 4 damage. Uses his bonus action, charges himself with ki, and comes in with an elbow right to its stomach, right in the soft part. Oh, terrible. One just does nothing.
It's like one of those points in
Yeah.
a movie where like the little guy tries to punch the big guy, and it's just like you punch him and then you look up at him, he looks down at you like,
And then Cha smiles and tries to knee him right in the ghoulies. 17 to hit. That's gonna be
Okay.
for 7 damage.
Keep double clicking. I need to right click. 7.
All bludgeoning. So that would be
How much
7
damage?
plus 4. Total of 11.
All right. Well, you've definitely put the hurt on him. That is for true.
And that's it. He's gonna stay there. Attempt to attack again if he survives this round.
Well, we'll find out what Kozik does. So I know which bolt
Right.
is witch bolting.
Right. And I think that I can move, I just can't do any other action. That's how I'm interpreting the text there. It
Correct.
says this. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna move up here, kind of behind him, gonna sneak, kind of run over there, and I still feel my electrical connection to this beast, and I kind of think of whatever my dwarven power word, and I go "Chow," and I blast him again, and
It
that's
it
just a
takes on the very
D12.
violet coloring, very akin to that first tree you came across. Very similar arcing energies.
And then maybe like just the area right around my hand turns dark for just a second as this electrical pulse plow shoots out, and it does D12. I shouldn't have to roll
Yep, just
again, or
straight damage.
okay, 5.
5 minus 5.
It hits again.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All right, give
That-
me one more D100.
Oh, a D100. Okay.
We've done a lot of damage so far, and I'm concerned that this thing is not dead yet.
Okay.
Yep. Hell beast. Bent on
Yeah,
our
that's a match.
destruction from killing its cows.
All right. So you have your energy arcing between you and this creature, this kind of violet colored
Yeah.
connection. And basically in the back of your head, you get this almost feeling of revelry. This, yeah, almost like a feeling of revelry just kind of washes over you. You have rolled 2
Let's see how-
D100s, and they have fallen within particular parameters I have preset, which means you can roll another D12 as you feel almost like a pulse of inspiration, motivation, revelry. It almost feels very akin to when your patron was essentially communing with you.
I kind of say almost automatically, and I say it loud enough, but almost to myself. I serve the Queen of Night and Darkness. And I blast it
Ooh,
again.
Oh, shit.
nice. Here we go. Say
Ooh,
that name.
11.
Say it.
I'm server. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
Who the
you're
hell
not
is
allowed.
that?
You just tell that to everybody. I'm sorry, I
serve
can't pronounce it.
Herman.
I can't pronounce it.
Or I serve my mistress,
I
my
serve
patron.
the
Oh,
mistress.
there
Yeah.
you go. You get guidance
Ooh.
from an unknown source.
That was a good 12.
Ooh. Oh, was it 12?
It was
It's
a
11.
D12, but it's 11.
Oh,
That's
okay,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Nice.
Hmm. Hold on. I'm contemplating something here. Has it's 2. That would be okay. All right. It looks severely wounded,
was gonna
horrendously
say.
so. Like it's
Nice.
on its final, its last leg, as it were, and not, Wirt's
Yeah.
leg. But unfortunately, it is
Do
not
it.
enough to bring it down,
Ooh.
which it is its turn now. And then it cleaves. No, just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I have him set as +3, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, well, it worked out perfectly. Essentially, I'll spoil the beans. I was considering, because it has 2 hit points left, that being a perfect way to seal the deal with your patron. That extra 2 hit points, right? Just being like, my matron, I do this for my matron. And then that would be the killing blow, right? But then I was like, nah, I'll just, no, we'll just play it out. And then it just rolled a natural 1 on its attack roll.
Nice.
To which
Oh,
I
she's
will
with
say,
me.
it swings so bad. Like you calling out your matron, your patron, and when it goes to swing at Niavara, it gets caught in the gust of wind, which I totally forgot to do that too. You know what? She's not advantage. Nope, not that. Get rid of that. Just curious. D20. Okay, I would have failed that too. So,
Nice.
because that is Dex? No, it's Strength. Oh wait, no, it's Strength based. No, I passed it. Never mind. But anywho, either way, it goes to swing at Niavara and it catches the wind with a natural one. And as it goes to swing, it's kind of it's covered in blood. One of its arms is heavily affected by necrosis. Wirt's leg is bashing it in the back of its heel, and there's this like arc of energy that's just connecting Kozik to it, and it goes to swing at Niavara, and the halberd slips out of its hands and essentially gets caught in the gust of wind, lands on its foot.
Nice.
Hold on.
Good kill.
It had 2 hit points and it did 3 by dropping a halberd on his foot. See, sometimes a story just writes itself. All I gotta do is roll the dice. So, essentially, in the rare occasion that a monster downs itself, it was probably, the mix of words that Kozik had that ultimately caused this creature to falter. And the halberd basically lands on its toe, and it yells out this hellish moo that almost shakes your soul. And those of you directly adjacent to it can see this reddish kind of plume of mist. This like mist just kind of emerges from its mouth and floats up above it and dissipates, almost like, actually, even better sense, it floats up and gets completely dispersed by the gust of wind. And it's almost like this whisper that, almost like a whispering wind, just like an exhale. And Cha,
As it
who is
goes,
now awake,
yeah.
I won't even make you roll for this because you're kind of from things like that. You would be able to ascertain. Hold on. Actually, give me a roll. I'm giving you some information, but the roll will dictate how much extra you get. So the roll will be
Okay.
give me a, not history.
Or...
I guess the closest it would be an Arcana.
Sure. As it dissipates up in the air, Cha and Infernal just says to it, "Enjoy your punishment, you pile of bullshit."
Zed's gonna just be
Okay.
like, he's gonna kind of put Wart's leg toward the ground and lean on it and be like, "You've got to be fucking kidding me! It just killed itself."
You got
So with an 11.
11.
So what you do know, you recognize this kind of, this dying breath. That is essentially a spirit of wrath, something that is all too common from home. The cow itself, you understand that if affected long enough, under the influence of a spirit such as this long enough, it can, mutate a body over time to kind of feed that manifestation. And if left uncontrolled, it can essentially spread to others, kind of spreading discontent and discord. So, and with an 11, you're not really sure where it's kind of going or what happens with it, but maybe you completely removed it, you kind of got a feeling that it's essentially a manifestation of rage, hatred.
The Cha's leaning on his staff, and he just kind of is breathing hard and sweating and bleeding, and he's
Combat over.
explaining all that. And once again, in his kind of astute professor-like manner, explaining that that's what happened, that's what it was, and it mutated the body, and it affected the other cows, and then we released it back to the hells.
And also, Cha, give me a quick history check to see if you remember something.
Sure.
It's right on the line. You think back to that moment, that vision you had about being in, when you were in the astral sea, that
Mhm.
floating mist that was just out in the middle of nowhere. You don't really know why you just thought of that. Maybe it's because you saw this like spirit, this mist, this entity, very akin to home, just do what it did.
Mm.
But anywho, that comes to mind. But combat's effectively over, and there's a giant moo cow on the ground. There's some
Oh,
people
so
with
the
one hit
spirit, like the
point.
spirit left, but the cow remained, like the body remained.
Yeah, the body's lifeless.
I want to check out the body of the adventurer if it's hanging around here. The unknown soldier.
Yep, there's
Cha
still a
looks
corpse.
over at Cha looks over at Zed and is like, "He's Zed, chop open that fucker's belly. Let's see if it's got anything."
I gotcha. Say no more. Zed's gonna pull out his short sword and just fucking slit the belly open.
Jeez.
Well, it's going to take you a little bit to do that, because it is a very large creature, and a pretty thick hide. So,
Good work,
Kozik.
everybody.
So, Kozik, you find... Let's see. So, first off, it did have clothing, but it's completely ripped to shreds. So, any armor that this person probably was wearing has been turned into strips of leather, on account of what happened to him. You would find a pouch which kind of jingles a little bit when you grab it or touch it or whatever. Um,
Uh,
there is a ring finger completely separated from the body with the ring still on it. Looks like a silver ring. It's just unassuming silver ring.
Okay.
He has, or had, in before his ultimate demise. Looks like 2 daggers and what was once a hand crossbow, which is now 0.5 hand crossbow. And then you look over there and there's the other half of it. And he also had about 6 bolts, crossbow bolts.
Well, I'll gather all
Yeah.
that stuff up, even the broken
Wait, hold
the
on.
broken thing.
Not
Put it in
done
my
with the
backpack.
list here.
Oh, wow.
He also had a bandolier, which looks like it held some kind of vials in it. Currently, there are 3 vials left.
Nice.
Oh,
This could be this this could be good stuff. All right. All right. Okay. How do I add that stuff to my inventory or to my loot or whatever?
So, what you can do, I believe it is in the... Hoping it's all still here. So if you go to the top right, where it says Compendium Packs,
Of the let's see.
it kind of looks, it's next to a little playlist button at the top right. Like right next to game settings, it's a little book, like a little journal with the
Yeah.
thingamadoogie. So if you can go into there and you go down to items, there's items SRD. So it'll be like you click on compendium, it says like actors, it says items, background, class features,
Yep.
class. Go down to items SRD and
Okay, I'll
click
hit
on that.
Just taking a second to okay. And then
So
now there's a yep, says locked. There's just a list of all sorts of stuff.
so there'll be there should be a filter there or search bar. You can type in like hand crossbow.
Okay.
And when you do that, it'll allow you to drag it. Let me make sure. I have this working right. Should be able to drag it to your character sheet.
Huh. Just onto the sheet or into inventory or
If you drag it onto the sheet, I think it should put it in the inventory.
Let me give a shot here.
Hmm.
Yep, it
Oh
works.
yeah, it did. Cool.
So all the kind of basic stuff, it just makes it easier to drag and drop it. But like there was a hand crossbow, but broken. Nothing a little mending can't handle. There was 2 daggers, which should also be in there.
Ooh, Neobar's gonna look at those. Looking where?
So at the top right, it'll say there's a little compendium option.
Mhm.
And if you go down to items and press SRD, it should pop open a little window, and then you can filter a search for like dagger, and it'll have like dagger plus 1, 2, 3, venom, vicious dagger, stuff like that.
Yeah. And it's a dagger plus 2?
No,
Oh, they're just normal daggers.
you're not sure yet.
Good try.
You don't know what they are yet. Nobody's identified them or really checked into them yet.
So like I see here, so like vials, is that something I need to put in there too?
Yeah, so
I found vial
Nevar
just plain.
yeah, you can just put
is going
plain
to
vial.
Okay.
attempt to identify the dagger. Would that be an investigation or a perception?
That would be Arcana.
Oh, Cha
And when I
notices other
fail
people
this,
doing that.
Veldrin, smart boy, come here.
Nice. Well
I want to
done.
know what the dives are.
But keeping in mind that Kozik's the one that's found this stuff first, because this was on the adventurer's body.
Oh, I certainly don't need the
So
daggers or anything.
Cha's noticing everybody look at their stuff, so he's finally remembering that he picked up a ring that's covered in gore and is starting to examine it as well.
Okay, so if you're starting to examine stuff, I will do Zed's thing because he kind of started cutting this thing open first.
Yeah.
All right, Zed. You slice into this ginormous creature.
Cha's cheering him on while he does it.
And among the viscera that encompasses cutting open a creature that has only been dead for, I don't know, 20 seconds. Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta bring up my little loot thingy.
I think while Zed's doing this, hearing Cha kind of cheer him on, he's just going to be muttering to himself, I fucking cut his own toe off and killed himself. Fucking idiot.
Truth.
Got it.
Truth.
Okay,
It
so
means that he didn't get to kill any of us, so there's that.
Oh, By the way, thanks for whoever brought me back. I started seeing
Okay.
the other side.
So Zed, you'd find some boots in there that kind of vaguely emulate cow hooves.
Whoa. Messed up.
And what looks like a pretty unassuming like iron helmet, like when you like a low level helmet from like Diablo, right? Is just kind of like it just throw it on your head and it just kind of you flip it upside down. It's like a little bowl. Pretty basic.
Cool, cool. Oh, I think there's a
And
spleen in one of those boots that you might want to pour that out.
and since we've been on a roll with it, roll me a D100.
All right.
Let's see. Does he get any extra? Oh, hot damn. Okay, extra loot it is. Please hold.
Ow. Rock and roll.
I think as
Oh
Zed's
wait,
kind of
no, I inverted.
noticing
That's
these
a
things.
failure. No, just kidding.
I think while Zed was looking at some of these things, um, he's gonna
That's a
look up
good
at
roll.
Chami like, "Oh, any of this bit you want to eat?"
Oh, hey, that's a good idea. The spirit is gone now. It should be okay. But it was mutated heavily by a hellish creature. Mm. I'll skip it for now.
Okay.
I'm not really hungry, actually. I feel kind of nauseous after,
You find
almost dying.
in this cow.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy. All right.
What
What
did the cow eat?
what looks like an old man's beard.
What? Oh,
So,
that's what I think it is, Zed.
there's a clump of hair.
Ah,
It must have eaten some sort of animal. Let's see what it. Let's try and. It's
not an animal. It looks just
like
like
it's
your
hair.
beard.
It's hair that's covered in. Nah, wait. This is a
And
beard.
let's see, and with the 96, one more thing. You find a tiny little trinket. It looks like a tiny little bee.
Huh.
Nice. What color is it, or like what it?
It
Can
like a
I
yellow jacket,
tell what
so
it's made
like
out of?
black and yellow.
Can I tell what it's made out of? Is it like painted stone? Is it metal?
Feels like obsidian. It's like smooth like obsidian, but not obsidian. It's a very smooth stone,
You
but
might
it's
want to move
obviously
that
not like.
aorta out of the way.
But
It's
it definitely
obscuring.
is colored and looks like a little bee.
All right. What as far as things that so the compendium thing, how would I search that?
Those are custom things. Those will be things that I give you to add.
Okay.
Homebrew beard. God, this guy must have eaten an entire person.
He's got
Boots and
he's got
all. Didn't even take the
boots.
boots off.
There's a helmet and apparently his cows got
Jeez.
multiple stomachs, not going into all that, but apparently his first couple stomachs didn't necessarily digest the beard for whatever reason.
Ah, weird.
Yeah, it's so like you were trying to dry it, clean off the beard a little bit. It definitely looks like it has like a strap to it. Like you go to a Hot Topic and get a fake beard. It's like that.
So it's like a disguise.
Costume piece?
Chaw, you wanna put it on? I've already got one.
I don't think
Um,
that it's a costume piece. I believe that this may be a merkin.
A what?
A what?
A what?
It is a hairpiece that prostitutes wear.
Prostitutes? Man.
Right? So what's
Okay.
that mean
Well,
when Shaw
How do
puts
you
it
know
on?
that?
yeah. How do you know that?
Books.
Right.
Vel.
Do any of us actually believe that?
I mean, I do, but like also Vel.
Does Shaw become a prostitute when he puts it on? Is that what that means?
Well, it doesn't take a beard to make me into a prostitute, buddy.
I was gonna say there was someone that Cha was kind of schmoozing at one point.
You know, this can't do anything but help. Maybe after I wash it, we'll give it the whirl. But I'll try it on. Here, hey, take a look. The gory beard that was in a mutated hellish cow stomach. And Cha straps on the beard and kind of struts around and does like a little belly dance, sort of shakes his hips a little bit and his tush, and kind of winks at Zed and Niavara, Raul, and like does a sexy dance toward Veldrin.
Wearing it.
Zed's gonna kind of
Okay.
look around and be like, "Hey, where did Cha go?"
I want to know how is he wearing it?
That's right. How's he wearing it? He just strapped it on, you know, like
Like a beard?
like a beard. Yeah.
Because a merkin is worn on the crotch as like it's like a pubic hair wig.
I remember Jackass.
do you say that? Do you like
Oh my
point it
God.
out while he's doing this?
He does.
And Child's like, oh, okay. Well,
So
that means
Cha,
this thing is in some like nasty places.
when you put that on, you get a bonus to your you get a +1 to performance and persuasion.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Perfect. So he's gonna look at Veldrin and like, you know, and kind of have ask to guide how to strap it on as he's like putting it around his waist and draping it off of his black leather pants. Like this. Hey, it actually goes pretty well. And he starts doing like his hand behind his head and start doing some like crotch thrusts in front of everybody. Yeah. I'm dead sexy. You know it, everybody. You know it.
Pretty much
Niavara has
depending on
closed her eyes.
at this point, depending on where you wear it, will determine particular parameters of where these apply.
Where you wear it on the body, or where you wear it like in town.
If you wear it on the crotch, you might get bonuses in a brothel. If you wear it on your face, you might get more generic uses of interacting with people. Because it's it's
Yeah,
like a
well,
long wizard beard, right? It's kind of like
Sure.
it
Oh my
draws
God.
respect.
He starts like tying it around his horns and draping it off the back of his long black hair to like add like this 80s lion mane fluff to his already black, like long, thick, hair. And he's like walking around, Tina Turner eating it.
Shaw's gonna mullet.
He's got like a rooster top.
It's
Gonna
got
start-
it's like a like what I'm thinking is like just super Tina Turner. Let me see if I can find a good image of
I
her.
was thinking you were gonna start singing "Achy Breaky Heart" to us.
There, this is what I'm thinking.
Oh,
It's like adding all this horrifying volume to his hair.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious that search didn't take more than 10 seconds.
I I had it ready to go. I've been sitting
it was
on it.
just
Been
there.
waiting. My mom loved Tina Turner, so
Oh,
this
the
is
reference
just
is
ready.
spot on, and I just feel like it's hilarious. You just one 1 second into a Google search, you find the exact picture that you were looking for.
I just went to the GIF button on right
Oh,
here
wasn't it?
on
Oh, yeah, it makes even
Discord.
more
It's
sense.
just like,
Oh.
yeah, it was so fast. Oh, classic. So Charles like,
So yeah,
yes. He's like walking around. He's like changing his voice. He's like, "You think I'm sexy, don't you, Zed?" Mm. He's like licking his lips and stuff.
Mentally, I just heard the Yoda.
Mm.
Sexy,
Sorry,
you think I am Zed?
that was the Skeksis. Mm.
all right. So you guys got a bunch of loot in the area that doesn't exist.
Ugh. You guys, we should like
A
let's
couple
go
of you
check on
almost
the
died.
king.
Also, gotta point out.
Dude,
Yeah, we should go see
should
the
we
king.
take it easy here, or should we get that Rahul? You said that there were more cows off in the distance.
Oh, there was.
Would you mind taking a flight up in the air and see if their behavior has changed since we released the spirit? Maybe they aren't so angry anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything about this cart over here, but is there anything to check out there? I do see a body laying under it.
I mean, not anymore.
Okay, it got smashed.
So you see other. I mean, even with the 8, you can see other cows, but whether or not they're angry, I mean, you can't tell from here. Especially
I'm
with
just
the
going
8.
to tell Shaw that they're probably angry.
Okay.
I have no idea.
In that case, we should probably get back and then rest there, not here. Because if they head this
Meanwhile-
way,
Hello?
hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Oh, Mittens, look at you. You're just so adorable. God doesn't try to stop it at all. He just looks and is like, I love that cat. My goodness.
Alan
I
is
wonder what it looked like when it
very
was
well not enjoying any of this.
alive. Just a Tuesday for us, Alan.
I don't like it.
Pretty bad, huh?
See? Right. So, what do y'all want to do now?
Definitely check on the king. See how he's doing.
Get our reward and then turn on the king and then take all the rest of the stuff in.
Cool. Jeez, man.
I don't.
Talk
Neovara
about
hasn't looked for
that
any.
when we're outside.
Neovara hasn't scouted the place for buttons, has she?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. I have not. But I also
Yeah,
don't
check.
particularly like getting my hands in cow guts. However, trust. That king's got buttons. I'm taking one.
I mean, there was an adventurer.
Yeah,
She
that
doesn't
guy's not
particularly
too
want to
bloody.
touch a body.
I'll go check it for you. Doesn't look too bloodied. Well, yes, it does, but I'll check it anyway.
It's like pulverized.
Nivara will go over and make a perception check. Fine. Gimme.
I'll help you. So go ahead and roll the advantage.
Hey.
Nice.
Well, what do you know? At first, there probably wasn't going to be a button, and then through some winds of fate, blessings of the traveler, there's definitely a very elegant button on this person, or was on this person. Well,
On a body.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Check it out.
Nevar picks it up and examines it. What's it look like?
You know what's funny about that? It looks exactly like the last very important button.
The scale button?
Ooh.
The button with the
It like an exact
particular
match?
a button with a particular symbol on it that you know all too well.
Oh. Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Intriguing.
interesting. It's another traveler button then.
You say that.
When I collect 6, can I collect a bonus?
It's the gem quest from Skyrim that no one's ever completed.
6 as in the reference to the Dark 6. But yes, jokes aside. Neavar will pocket it after examining it curiously.
So on one
Tell-
side is Traveler and the other is I was trying to find the symbols of the other 5 of the Dark 6, but they only seem to have one. Couldn't find it. Wait, are they? No, that's not it.
It's a hexagram. Looks like this. So that's the Dark 6.
Okay. I was trying to see
Oh, cool.
if each individual one had a symbol, because that's kind of what I was alluding to.
Oh.
I couldn't find it. So we'll say that's the
The
symbol that's on the back. So there's one of
I
a traveler
wanna-
on the front and one of that on the back.
I do want to say that each of them have their own symbol. You just have to be on the Eberron wiki to find them. Like that's the
It's
Devourer.
So it's
The
Traveler, Host,
Fury.
Keeper, Devourer, Fury, right?
Devourer, Fury, Keeper, Mockery, Shadow, Traveler. I will just write those in chat. Because
Okay, so this one would be the Fury.
Oh,
Almost fits
Interesting.
perfectly into, the situation you're in.
Hmm.
Song of Passion and Rage. I mean, Neavara's prayed to that before, Lamau.
I don't see the Gatekeeper, but or Girl Boss, but we'll figure out ones that match.
Well, the patron who lets them barbarians as well as artisans, craftsmen, and bards. The Sovereign of Rage and Ruin. The Vindictive bitch, if you will. I consider her the gaslight geeky girl boss of the 6.
And that's which one?
Hmm?
That's which one?
So that's the Fury.
Fury. Right.
Song, Rage, Ruin.
Okay. I think Fury's gatekeepy. We'll see.
I think
Well,
Fury
she's
is the girl boss.
bossy. She's the girl boss. She's the only of them that's the goddess. The other 4 of the other 5 are guys
1, 2, 3.
explicitly. And then the Traveler is gender neutral.
Traveler's
It's
the
it.
gatekeeper.
No, Traveler is the gaslighter.
2. Okay. All right. Cool.
Somehow. Curious though. She will pocket it though rather than comment on it, and she might bring it up to Veldrin later.
I know Veldrin might be pretty occupied with something in a particular book. Anyway. So
I
you guys
talked
talked to
to
Cal?
yeah.
Yes.
So I come before him with my wounds, and I'm feeling a little bit better because Raoul kind of hit me with a dose of cure there. Like, oh, thank you, my friend. But then, so I say to the cow cam, like, Your Highness, it looks like we've vanquished the source of the rage that was affecting all of the cows that were around us.
Oh.
It was quite difficult, but we just managed to we managed to pull it out in the end.
Oh. Well, in that case, I suppose I should provide you with a reward for, I don't know, saving my people.
They were saved after a fashion, I guess. They're lying in heaps out there, dead. But yeah, there's still some that are around that I think they're in a nicer mood.
Yeah, we're not quite sure about that, but they might be healed from their rage now.
I bow to him to give a little bow. I'm like, thank you, Your Highness.
Be careful when you talk to them.
Well, then I suppose it's time to get moving out of this little hovel.
That was a good one.
He stands up, turns around. On.
Yeah. How did you get in here again? Did you?
And he Sparta kicks a hole in the wall.
Oh. Okay.
Oosh.
Doesn't quite explain how you got in here in the first place, but
I mean,
well, there he goes.
there was a door.
He can't fit through it.
I feel like it was easier to make the door bigger than make a hole in the wall.
I mean, that was that. Hey, good job, Kozik. You are very noble
Hey,
and
Cha.
distinguished in front of him.
He's not in here anymore. Should we take his stuff?
Thank you.
What stuff? I mean,
So
there's some
those of
farm
you
equipment.
outside would see the king looking around the gore and the situation out here, and kneels down to the biggest threat you guys faced. Oh, that's what happened to you. Unfortunate, brother. But that's why I am king. And he kicks the corpse.
Yeah, we didn't actually do that bit. He dropped his halberd on his own foot and vanquished himself, unfortunately.
You know, he was always an idiot. And he was also very clumsy. It's only a matter of time before he dropped a halberd on his foot and killed himself. Like I said, and he kicks the body again. That's why I'm the king. Can I help you?
Yeah, did we get a reward from him?
You'd have to go talk to him. He basically kicked the wall out and just headed out. Nobody really followed him.
And so, I mean, it shows that there's gems and weapons and kit and stuff in here, but you said there was this farm.
That's just all farm equipment.
Okay, so
like rusty old.
Yeah, well, let's go chase him down, Raoul. Maybe we'll get something.
Your Highness, we could use some sort of assistance that you could provide us would be great. You know, we're just travelers in these dimensions too.
Oh, what kind of assistance do you need?
Oh, 1 second.
But you mentioned a reward in there.
Oh, right, reward. He takes his crown off,
Oh.
and so it's almost like he's reaching into a like invisible space. Like he takes the crown off and he reaches into it, but his hand doesn't come through the other side, and it kind of looks like he's shuffling around. Let's see.
Cool.
What shall I pull from the treasury for you?
I looks at Kozik and is just like eyebrows raised.
Like this guy takes his court with him wherever he goes.
Two.
Yes,
Aw.
so
It's under his
cool.
hat.
Oof. Let's see. I have this. I think. Wait a minute. And he pulls out. I'm starting to sense a theme here. So he pulls out a cat with a helmet on. It's an adorable little helmet. It's like little horns on it. What? How did you get in there? Go on, get. And the cat just kind of meows, and the helmet flashes for a minute, and then the cat's gone. Nice things. Anyway, back to the treasury. And he reaches back in again.
Shaw looks at Kozik and is like, "Was that one of yours? Your patron has a lot of cats, you know."
There does seem to be, maybe the universe is trying to tell us something.
Shaw slowly turns around and looks at Mittens. Like, Mittens, are you working for that unseelie queen?
Mins just scratches behind his non-existent ear.
I can't be suspicious of you, Mittens. Goodness. Get over here, you little scamp, you. So adorable.
Well, I'll give you guys a chance to roll not shitty. One of you give me a D100, because I rolled a 2. I think I rolled worse than anybody.
Wants to roll it.
Go for it,
Nice.
Kozik.
I ran 2 of them. I did 2 of them, but
Holy shit! I don't think you can get a 112 on D100.
Wow,
no,
nice.
I rolled 2 of them on accident.
All right,
So
dude, what's a
71.
112?
There, we got an 86.
Okay.
86.
112 was looking good to me.
We got 86.
Okay. So with an 86, he pulls out what looks like a tiny little, sort of like a little lump of jello.
Mm.
And he just kind of
Dessert?
throws it on the ground next to him. And then he
Oh.
reaches in again and pulls out. I gotta reference a roll from before. Hold on, I gotta find my notes.
You really clean that thing out sometime, Your Highness.
Why would I do that? It's a royal treasury.
Seem to be carrying a few
Okay.
things in there that you
Jello
don't
and
quite
cats
know.
in there.
Okay. So he pulls out a tiny piece of, it looks like black metal. Really tiny piece, like, you know, the size of like the tip of a finger. Don't know what that is. And he yeets it over his shoulder.
So
Shaw
Zed
looks
standing
at
behind
Zed.
him, is he able to catch
Shaw
it?
looks at and he's
Sure.
like says, go get it.
You catch it, or actually you attempt to catch it. First, give me acrobatics.
All right.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you catch it.
Nice.
It does definitely have a pull, though. It's kind of pulling in the direction of Cha. Yeah. A little lump of jello and a metal, black metal of some kind.
This is odd. Joe, can you come here for a sec?
Hey. And Shaw comes over. Oh.
It seems like there we go. It seems like whatever this is has some sort of. It's almost like a
That's for them, isn't
magnetism
it?
toward you, my friend. You wanna take a hold of this?
Okay. Slowly reaches out and takes a
I'm
hold
not
of the
sure
metal.
either, but it definitely wants to go right toward you.
Kyle looks down at his key, kind of holds it in one hand and takes the metal in the other.
Whoop. They merge into a singular thing. The piece of metal merges into the key. It just flies.
Okay.
That's not ominous.
Child looks at Zed and is like, yeah, agreed.
Hey, so King, you don't know what that bit was there
Nope.
that you just pulled out of
Things
what was...
that my minions bring to me, I just throw them in the royal vault.
You throw them in your brain. All right. Well,
Which explains the cat.
it doesn't one bit.
Yeah,
But
it really doesn't.
Really? You
Or
don't think it?
piece of jello over there.
and you got Jello that you're keeping in somewhere.
No, that's not Jello. Don't you children have imaginations?
Yeah. It looks like it could be.
So who of you is not wearing armor?
Cha's not wearing armor.
Like armor as in
Like
not
leather
wearing...
or anything like
Okay.
that?
I have leather armor.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
Leather
okay.
armor.
Cha has 0 armor.
So he picks up the piece of Jello, and then he just kind of shoves it into Cha, just like kind of like take this, but and it just kind of gets all over your chest, and it's all goopy.
Oh. Hey.
And then it begins to spread. It expands.
Nice.
Is
You
this supposed to be
guys,
happening
what's
there,
this?
King?
This is
Of course. That's what it's
fine.
for.
Well, it's all over my silk shirt. You guys like. And what?
Vicks Vapor Rub.
I think Zed's
Envision
gonna
yourself.
It is kind of tingly.
Envision yourself wearing armor.
Okay. And Chuck closes his eyes, and like the most absurd, flashy, like Flash Gordon style armor with like these awesome shoulder pauldrons, like like a 6-pack, like with like a full like a bare body chest, like reproduction, metallic, like purple blackish, that so it goes with his black leather pants and everything. He's just visualizing like, yeah, oh yeah, that's what, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's what he imagined.
Please
All
tell
right.
me that that's what it turns into.
Yep.
Zed's gonna just be like,
It's like
really sharp.
it's like really posh, but also kind of like the armor from, the demonic creatures from Oblivion.
So when you kind of do that, it has this like orangish and kind of like bluish swirls to it. Kind of looks like this.
Like I was picturing Daedric armor from Skyrim, or oh, cool, even better.
Right, right.
This is what you were picturing.
But like purples and blacks and like dark blues, it's all very shadowy and dark. But yeah, basically exactly like the swirls and
And it
so
just
that
kind of
spreads over his whole
forms,
body.
and it kind of forms to cover you.
Zed's gonna reach out and just poke Chaw and just try and see what it feels like.
It feels as if he's wearing metal
Did you feel that?
Oh,
or wood.
this is
Can't really
cool.
tell. It kind of has a
What
little
the
bit
heck?
of give, kind of, like a little bit of ooziness to it, but also like hardened jello too.
Like it's like structurally sound.
Yeah.
Nifty.
Hey, so I wonder if
Eh?
so now you're covered in this jello and you've got a strap-on beard. Chaw, you're really
Yeah,
doing well today.
I'm ready for the catwalk.
Yes. All you need to do is command it to be worn. It's armor.
Oh, okay. So,
Nice.
can I wear it all the time, or it's like sometimes?
I don't know. I've never worn it.
Okay, well, I'm really digging these colors, and I'm just gonna keep it on for now.
He shrugs.
Can I change
One
it
less
into other
cube of
things?
jello out of my stuff.
Can I change it? Does it like change into other shapes and stuff?
Probably.
Sweet. Chop visualizes like a bunch of porcupine like spikes shooting out of it all over his whole body.
Yeah, it kind of
They're
mimics
like,
that.
cool, dude, you guys.
Now that is very cool.
You know what? I have a name for it. I'm
Of
going
course you
to
do.
name this the Umbra armor. Umbra. Umbra is the darkest part of a shadow.
May the name be remembered for many generations, Mr.
Hold on.
Cha.
I have to change the name then. Normally I
What's
called it
it gonna be,
psychoactive
baby?
skin. But,
Oh,
if you want
that's
to be
fine.
Umbra, that's fine too.
Hey, I'll keep that at that.
It's a reference to it's a
Psychoactive.
reference to an item from 3.5 that I loved
I
so
know. I
much.
was gonna say, is this like psychedelic armor? I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, psychedelic armor or something.
I totally created like a something similar like this, in my campaign. I'm so happy that I have it here because I loved it. And here it is. Like it's exactly the same. Oh my God.
Nice serendipity.
It's so cool. I was just like imagining different colors and shapes and textures. He's like just octopusing this thing
Oh,
all
right.
over his body.
I almost forgot. You adventurer types like money.
I was
He
just gonna
reaches
get
into
there.
his crown again,
Kind of shrugs.
and he hands out a bag of money to everybody. See if you can roll a custom number here. Let's see. How would I do this math-wise? Let me check something. I'm gonna see if this syntax works. RD.
Totally straps on his Tina Turner hair and is just like strutting around in this thing.
It does work. Okay. So everybody roll do in the chat. do a /R and then a space and then 1d250 because you can get up to 250 gold. But I'm gonna let your rolls determine how much you get.
Okay, so you say /R.
Oh, you did 1d250? Did I do it wrong?
Yeah. How did
Oh, what,
tell me the syntax again here?
yeah,
So
how does it
that
go?
was, it says Carbonell, but that was my roll.
I don't know why you guys.
Is it 1d2? What is it? I did
250.
mine did 1d50. Oh, so what do you do again?
Basically, so when you do the roll, it's /R, 1d250.
One
Is there a space?
There
Yeah,
we
there's
go.
a
slash
space.
r space
Oh
1d250.
shit!
Look at
You got
that.
239.
Oh my
Jasper.
god, are you serious?
I got 239.
Carb and
fuck,
I
Tom.
rolling the high.
I got 7.
Ow. Bro, you shouldn't have said that you don't care about coin. You literally were just kind of like, meh, I don't really care. And he's like, okay, fine.
But he
I'm not in
doesn't.
this
He
for the
really,
money.
he really
Seven
doesn't.
shekels.
He totally doesn't care. He just does. He's a monk. He's lived with practically nothing. Total simplicity. Like that.
It's
Like
so
the
funny.
beard, the freaking beard, and this suit are the most fancy things he's ever had since he was a noble in hell. Gave
His
up all his
merkin.
wealth. Like he doesn't care. His merkin. How do you spell that, by the way? Merkin.
1 second.
Merkin.
It's MERKIN.
So
Merkin.
that's how much gold you guys get to add to your inventory. Is each bag is just kind of he's just reached into it and thrown you bags of random amounts of money.
Chaw's really happy when he opens it up and sees the 7 gold pieces. He's like, "Wow, thanks, King. You're so generous."
Grab bags, gotta love them.
Zed's rich again.
Children for money.
The moment.
Beldrin,
Zed-
Iavara, and Zed, like, mentally I'm picturing them just immediately pocketing their money and not saying anything.
And Chaw's like showing his out. He's like, "Look, this is
Chaw's-
great."
Chaw's like, yeah, he's like flaunting. Zed's gonna be like, "Hi, that's very nice. That's
Man,
awesome,
look at
Chaw. I'm
this.
so
I
happy
can
for
buy
you."
lunch for everybody when we get back to town.
Pocketing his coin. However, now Zed has coin.
Lose.
Chaw looks at
Again.
Zed and he's like, "Dad,
I'm not gonna do anything with
Yeah.
it.
Dad."
Hey there, King. Do you
Yes?
before you go, you happen to like gambling?
Hold on. The king has to do a thing. Go on.
Curiosity.
Go on.
You had that you got that crown that's got a lot of things in it.
Yes, the royal crown.
Right. You're still obviously royalty without your crown on?
I don't think so. The other
That's-
cows might not recognize me as such. I have to maintain this crown at all times.
Not recognize you? Well, you've got to be silly. Anyway, it's not something that you'd be willing to part with.
Absolutely not.
Not even for some sort of a wager.
Absolutely not. Some creatures have prices they are not willing to gamble.
That you
What is your
literally said that you would do nothing, and then you did it immediately in the same breath.
You know,
The
you're
same
right.
breath.
You're right, Chaw. But it was just a question. It was trying to find loyalties between this here king and his crown, and obviously, uh,
Passed down for moo generations. Not something I am willing to ever gamble with. I would sooner gamble with my compatriots' lives. And he points to the other cow that you
did.
guys felled and he kicks it.
You did, and you lost it. By the
How do you-
way, rule number 3, dead.
oh shit, I forgot. I was hoping you all forgot as well. All right, well, I'm gonna pocket this and not gamble it at all for any reason.
Sure.
Oh, thingy. No.
Your Highness, thank
believe
you
that
for
when
your
I see it.
generosity. We
Well,
were
thank
happy to
you for
help you.
purging this land of these, well, infected ones. And
Yeah,
purging the
sorry about their
infection
violence.
itself. This means
Yeah.
I'm going to need another door.
Oh,
And he goes over and he Spartan kicks another hole in the wall.
you know, I like the cut of that guy's jib.
Unless there's anything else you require of me, I do want to round up my herd.
By all means, Your Highness. Fare thee
Well,
well until we meet again.
get out of
perhaps.
here. Yeah, we'll get out of your hair. Bye.
What lovely adventurers.
Sure. You hear that, Mittens?
May we
Oh,
meet again, Your
goodness.
Highness.
Hopefully
Fashioned
under
like a
better
little-
circumstances.
For sure. Fashions like a little massage, cat massage pad on his shoulder. Sets mittens on it.
Boop.
And it continuously scritch him while he walks along.
Hey, did you? You could use the Jello armor to potentially make like a full-on cat tower.
Hey, good idea. I'll work on that.
It's just walking around with that on his shoulder,
The cat tower.
scratching post on one side and
The possibilities are limitless. Ah. You guys, good work. Gee whiz.
ooh, right.
Jock coughs up some blood. Oh, I guess I could use a little rest or something. Want to head back to the giant turtle guy?
You should probably get out of here.
Yeah. The other cows might still be infected. Don't know.
Yeah, let's head back if we can.
All right. So you head back to the.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm
dun.
gonna do Hickey. Let me make sure I get the right scene for that. Ready? Is this the one? That's not the one. That's not the
Sorry, I
one.
just had to do the Final Fantasy.
Where is it? Nope, that's not the
VI
one.
Victory.
I need to label
music.
these better. This the one? That's not the one. Dag nabbit.
Head back to the portal.
Oh, don't tell me I delete.
If it's still there.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, so I think Chaw said it earlier. Since we don't really know what all's going on with the rest of the cows,
Oh, that okay. Well, that's
might be best to go through the portal and then take a rest.
Right.
Yeah. Kyle walks around and gives everybody a high five if they're willing to. And if they're
If
not,
they're willing.
If he expects that some people may not be willing, and we'll just give him a
Son of a-
dirty look or a smirk.
Grasp him by the forearm, and I look at him and say, "God, we've been through a lot, haven't we?"
Yes.
Oh,
I cough too.
dead.
Oh, look, we're coughing up blood together. See, this is
Posing.
how
Yeah.
family is born.
Sha.
I think at this point, Cha and Zed are trying to work out some sort of like secret handshake combination.
Oh yeah, cool. You could do a snap at this point. Maybe like, like
Why are the tokens?
snap, fist, um, maybe a little dance.
The default to the tokens keeps changing. Oh, I hate this.
Or like back our weapons together.
Token.
Something like that. That'd be cool.
I
Let's
foresee
see.
it being something that we we fall back on whenever either one of us does something cool. It's just gonna be this this secret handshake.
For sure. I'm all for
Why
it.
is there still a combat tracker? What?
I had
the
a friend a long time ago I used to do that with.
Okay.
Wink, wink. Cubed.
Hmm?
Cubed and I have had a special handshake that we developed ages ago that we still do whenever we see each other in person.
It's different every time.
Yep.
Hard to remember.
Has some elements that have remained the same, but it does shift.
All right. Now that I got the tokens properly. So for whatever reason, tokens keep resetting their defaults. And I gotta figure out how to fix that. But yeah, you guys are back at this little, little pool of water.
Hey, boys, how's it going? We got sucked through some kind of weird portal and battled with a group of mad cows that were controlled by an evil hellish demon that was also in a cow shape. How are you doing out here?
Oh, you know. Just being a turtle.
Cool. Dig it. Climbs up this pile of rocks and sits in lotus posture on the top. Starts fiddling around with the ring that he got, messing with his beard, putting it on different parts of his body, and imagining his armor in different shapes, like a kid, like who just had a big birthday party or something.
I mean, you guys did go into a level that doesn't exist and pulled out a bunch of loot that, you know,
We've not yet identified.
correct.
I think Zed's gonna make a campfire, assuming that we are gonna probably that we're safe here and we're probably gonna rest here. So he's gonna start kind of setting up camp.
Good idea. It's almost time for brunch.
The two elves are just kind of in the water, just, bathing. They're just kind of hanging out in the water pretty much.
All right, bathing. Good idea. We are covered in gore. Does a cannonball into the water, clothing and all. Just starts splashing around.
They sploosh water on you. They're into it.
Flashes him back.
And this water tastes decidedly not like pee, so even better.
Ah, this is even better than the first water I had in the material plane.
Did anybody else want to do anything? Zed's setting up camp. Cha's cleaning gore off himself. I had to clear these
Guess
markers.
yeah, I don't know, like, can you said that I acquired some sort of ring or a ring finger with a ring on it or something?
Yep.
Did
It was a
did you
silver
keep the
ring.
finger?
Keep the
The finger
too.
was still in the ring.
It's
You
still
just
it's like
pocketed the key. The
a
finger.
glove packed with cotton, like the finger of a glove, maybe. I don't know. Can I examine that ring and see what it looks like?
So it's a ring with basically just a silver band. So it's pretty unassuming. There's no sigils on it. There's no other markings. Just kind of almost looks like a piece of metal that somebody just, wrapped, shaped, and then kind of made it fit on a finger. It seems very unassuming.
Well, I take a look at it and it looks it looks a little bit beneath my station, but I'm like, well, let's see what it looks like if I can put it on one of my fingers.
All right. So you put it on, or so are you trying to like figure out what it does? Because
Sure.
if you have, so you can use, if you have it prepared, I should say, you identify will tell you the properties of any magical items like that. Detect magic might give you a sense of if there is any magic in them. Alternatively, an Arcana check. I believe it has to be pretty decent to kind of figure that out.
Those spells are not necessarily available to me, so let me try an Arcana check. Let's see. Click on that. And it's taken a second.
Give some information.
Here we go. Well, I kind of take a look at it and I like kind of reach out with my thoughts and I'm like, what could it be? And I kind of look at it in a magical way and what do I find out?
A whole lot of nothing.
Hmm. Well, I'll
So,
keep it anyway. Go ahead.
so to kind of identify things, it's specified at least in the DM's guide. You can focus on one magic item during a short rest while being in physical contact with the item. At the end of the rest, the character learns the item's properties as well as how to use them. So, one item per short rest, basically.
Whenever we do that, then I will. I'll do that.
But, I also
But as
kind
of
of don't
now,
mind if you roll high enough on Arcana, you might glean important stuff.
can I roll one more time then?
No, you did your Arcana
I
on
rolled
that
a
item.
5. Yeah. Okay. Well, for now, I don't keep it on my pinky or whatever. I keep it safe though.
It's secret. I was just gonna put on his ring and just wear it, and he will concentrate on that for his short rest.
And this is the ring from which?
We
Cows?
hacked open a cow. I think you told me before it was a what should I call it? A ring of protection.
Ring of protection. I thought I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, a different one. Okay.
And I put it in my inventory, but I don't know how to apply it to the AC.
That's just one of those things that you have to keep track of for the most part.
Okay, so I can't change my
Um,
AC manually, or
so if you go to the inventory area, see about under the shield, sometimes there's like an ability to invest an item.
Equip it or something. Mhm.
Okay. Start over again. So under
So in inventory,
inventory.
like you equipped your armor. So there should be
So
something.
He has like a little shield.
I put the ring of protection in my equipment, and it shows the ring. I don't have a shield. I don't see a shield. Maybe it's because he doesn't have armor.
But on the far
Well,
right there, yeah.
on the far right,
Oh,
like
right.
underneath,
Yeah, I see that.
press the little shield button and see if that alters your armor class.
Okay, it says equipped. It didn't change the armor class. Let me see if I click on it and I do update, it might change it. No, that didn't do it. Attunement required. So maybe I need to do a short rest first. It said it specifically has a thing that says attunement required.
As in,
I wonder if
like
it doesn't change your armor class, but it might apply it if you have some sort of roll.
Huh.
Just a guess. I don't know.
So your AC is normally
press that little sheet, like the little scroll thing that says attunement required. Does that do anything?
If I press it, it doesn't do anything.
I did. So if you right click it,
Yeah, I just right clicked it and I saw a bunch of stuff.
yeah,
What do
so
I
if
do
you
there?
right click it, I just did it and it updated your armor class. So when you right click it, the
Oh,
little
yeah.
thing, there's a attune button,
Yes.
and
Okay,
that's why you're
gotcha.
AC 16 now.
Perfect. Cool. Okay. And then the armor, and the armor and the beard, are those in your compendium?
No, those are
Those are
things I have
homebrewed.
to manually add.
Okay.
I
Cool.
have to figure out a little bit of syntax to do that.
I believe we got some sort of spear. I was wanting to take a look at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can look at it. It looks fancy. Very, very nice, very nice wood. It has a very interesting, like, little lightning bolt designs. Looks pretty high quality.
Do you mind if I have this?
Are you asking us?
No, I don't know whose it is.
Didn't you find it in one of the bellies of the creatures?
No, I think you found it.
Oh. It looks a little big for me.
Javelin of lightning.
Why don't we
Right.
try and identify and see if these are magical items, and then we can dole them out.
There's a good idea. Customize.
Optimize.
Optimize.
My knowledge of the magical is absolutely dog shit. Veldrin's is better, I want to say.
Accessorize.
Well,
that as well.
so you can get at least 6 items effectively identified on a short rest, because each person can hold one item on a short rest and figure it out. So you can get at least 6.
Circle of identification. Powers go.
So the question is, which items? Who's going to be identified? Well, I really just need to know which items are you trying to figure out.
So Neovar wants to identify the daggers. It sounds like Zed wants to identify the spear.
Okay, let me put this in a
Oh, that was
notepad.
Raul.
Oh, Raoul, sorry.
2 daggers.
That's gonna
Spear.
identify
There was a book too, right?
the beat token. that he
There was all
picked up.
kinds of stuff.
Type in chat which one you were identifying. Why am I
There
oh
you go.
my god.
See, we've got the. There was a spell scroll.
What?
There was a hat. There was
Need
the
to
javelin.
figure out why. Chip.
There was a robe. Periapt.
Yavar, owner.
Periapt. What is a periapt?
It is it's typically speaking got like some sort
Whatever.
of juice in it. Like
Okay.
I want to say that it's like a healing ointment.
Isn't it?
Contributor
I thought it was like something that's worn about the neck, some sort of jewel that's worn about the neck. Isn't that right?
Save.
Power of the internet. Go.
That's
Periapt
strictly from
is
other.
a charm worn as protection against mischief and disease. An amulet.
Well, I was wrong.
And so, yeah, an amulet. It's a
Fine.
periapt.
That's strictly from
What?
other D&D sessions where it's like, what the hell's a
Aura.
periapt and what part of the body does it go on?
Eldrin.
Tom looks over at Kozik and watches him know something that Neovara didn't and is stunned to his core. It's like,
My
what?
dwarven nose is just slightly in the air, just almost imperceptibly.
Yes. Let's see.
Done.
There was an instrument,
Yavara.
like a magical instrument, a spell
Owner.
book. There was like
Okay.
a crossbow bolt, pipe, a sword, and a bottle of perfume. So pick any one of those.
Ooh, burp.
Josh's just gonna sit with his ring. He doesn't need to
So-
like. Not gonna.
So just put in the guys already
So
do.
it's
Okay.
just Kozik and Veldrin need to figure out which things they're identifying because
I don't
Cha
know
is
what else there
identifying.
is.
Cha said them. Okay.
What?
The items that we got one more time for carb.
Okay, yeah, they're on our chat list. But there was a hat, a javelin, a spell scroll, which I think you'd be interested in, Veldrin. Or whoever else is magical. There was an amulet, a robe, an instrument, a musical instrument, a book. There was a spell book or some kind of book. There was some ammunition. So like it looked like some kind of a fancy crossbow bolt. There was a pipe. There was a sword and a bottle of
Where are you seeing
perfume.
it?
Looks like that was put into chat last time. If you scroll up above the Minotaur picture that Raul put on there, it's right there. These are all the things we found, plus the ring, and then this armor and all this stuff. These are the things we found in the stomachs.
Oh, I
Above-
see here.
Oh, there we are.
So I didn't say, what they are because it says exactly
So we
what
did-
they are. But
We did find some things since then, though, I think, that we had just looted earlier.
yes.
Like Kozik
Plus-
found a bunch of
plus
stuff in the rogue body.
Right.
I know Zed found 4 things. The boots that resembled cow hooves, the unassuming iron like helmet, almost looks like a bowl. The beard that he gifted to Cha, and then whatever the bee talisman or token was.
Oh, right. The weird metal. We don't know what the hell that was.
Well, the metal was The metal was what I caught that I gave to Chalk, and then it like connected to your key.
Right.
But then there was also some sort of bee
Oh,
that was like
right. The little.
painted like a bumblebee, but
Okay. So I found the image for you of what the that unassuming helmet looks like. Here we go.
Merkin. Merkin.
Of course, you kind of have to go
Merkin.
to that link, but it is
Oh.
the skull cap. It's the skull cap from Diablo 2.
nice.
Good old brain bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha.
Also,
So Zed,
there's three. I have 3 vials that have unknown contents in them.
That's right.
that would be worth.
Could we spend like a long rest to just identify everything?
Well, you'd have to be sleeping. You'd be exhausted
Oh, is it? Okay, gotcha.
because you'd be
With
spending that
short
time
rest, you don't
studying
have
it.
to be right. Because with a short rest, you don't have to actually sleep.
Correct.
Just
But I
catching your
see what
breath.
you mean. Right.
It's like you're just kind of sitting down. You're just kind of fiddling with it. Like looking at it and
Yeah.
just kind of observing. Zed, I do have one important question for you.
Mhm.
At any point while investigating this item, do you say the word bee?
I'm trying to. So
Do it. Say it. Hey Zed,
I
what are you
feel
fiddling with there?
that's the only thing is I feel like if I was messing with it on my own, I being Zed, that I would be thinking it
I just asked you.
and
Hey, what
and
is that
maybe not
thing?
say it out loud. But if I was prompted or you know,
It
then
looks
yeah,
like some kind of an insect. I wonder what kind of insect it is.
it looks like a bee, Chaw.
Hey!
Ah, you say that, and a giant bee the size of you appears right next to you.
Holy shit!
Oh fuck! All right.
Well, almost. Let's not say half your size, because
Do I still have did the token or
Yep.
item like I still have it?
It did
Yeah.
disappear or it's still there?
Oh, it's
Okay.
still there.
So I think at this point I'll clench it, not squeeze it and try and crush it, but just grab it so that I don't drop it, and kind of try to back away slowly because I'm very unsure.
It follows you with a very, and his wings are very loud. It's like,
What?
Uh,
Zed, what did you
hello?
do?
I don't fucking know, Chaw. Hello?
Careful
Is
with
it?
that stinger.
Can I
I think
do a check to see if it's threatening?
It's
sure.
the end of days.
What would it be?
Insight, probably. Yeah.
All right. Well,
It is most definitely
Nice.
not threatening. If anything, it's waiting for a command.
I'm gonna move away from it.
ooh. I'm gonna kind of reach my Zed's gonna reach his hand out and see if he can just slowly inch forward until he's gonna try and pet it.
It'll eat you.
It
It'll
land
eat you
it
alive.
it lands on your hand, but it's very heavy.
Holy shit! All right.
It beats its wings every so often.
You
Hey,
got a name, fella.
No response.
it likes you.
I think its name might he's gonna turn away from it while it's still in his hand, turn to Cha and just be like, I think its name might just be B.
All right.
B.
You say B again,
Oh,
and with the blink of an eye, you hear a pop sound, and the bee is gone, and the token that was in your hand disappears.
what?
Did he just waste it by saying B twice?
Oh, maybe it didn't like that name.
That.
So if there's another item you want to identify, that one's gone.
That's messed up.
I believe I've identified the item.
Oh,
However,
man.
unfortunately, it's no longer here.
Wow.
It kind of disappeared in the same manner that cat with the helmet did. Just kind of.
That was really cool.
So
Well, bye B.
did we all pick what we were identifying? So
Yeah.
I know what is left.
I need to head out, everybody. You guys can continue and
Yep. We're just
identify
identifying
items.
stuff.
And you guys go ahead, and I will see you next time.
Yep.
All right, man.
Good work, everybody. That was
ya.
great.
Hey.
Only 2 people almost died.
Bye.
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 Okay, so while Zed
So
figures that
Cha's
out,
doing the ring.
yeah, Cha's doing the ring. I'll get that to him. So it's Veldrin
Kozik.
doing No, Nivar doing daggers.
Yeah. Veldrin's
All
doing
right.
the book.
So
What's Kozik doing?
I guess that ring that I got,
off the adventurer.
mysterious ring, is how I put it in my items.
I just need to double
right,
check
then-
where you got it from, because I got my little listy here.
From the adventurer. Yeah.
Okay, it was the adventurer. Okay, I had to double check. Okay, so I'm gonna
Zed's
go down the
gonna-
list here.
Zed's gonna check the vials.
Okay, so the
Just
2
to
daggers
simplify it.
are so there are 2 +1 daggers.
So cool.
Hold on,
And
there's
that's all.
there's a certain aspect to them that I'm kind of home brewing, because I had something for it, but now it's just like, in light of events, let me change this over a little bit. But they're at least +1s, and gotta go to here. Coach Millions is a poison. Creature must. Okay. So when you have both of them, so if you have at least both of them in hand, they have basically a set bonus. They essentially act as daggers of venom.
A venom.
However, as a cleric of, you seem to utilize necromantic energy more than anything. Instead of it being poison damage, it will be necromancy damage. And I'm gonna rename it from Dagger of Venom to Corrupting Daggers, because so poison, normally it would be 2d10 poison damage. Yeah, its creature must succeed on a DC 15 con save, or take 2d10 poison damage and become poisoned for 1 minute. So I'm homebrewing that a little bit, so it's necromancy damage instead of poison, but it still poisons. It has the effect of a poison because there's no real like corrupting touch, as it were.
Keepers, daggers. Finders, keepers.
So if you have just one in hand, Like if you have one and then like a book or a shield, then it's just a +1 dagger. It's when you have both that you get that set bonus, but they have to be in hand, so something to consider. Okay, so we got those. And pretty much the daggers of venom are in the compendium, so you can port that over and basically edit it from poison damage to necromancy.
Okay, so they'd be daggers of venom.
Yeah, it's basically using the mechanics and the numbers of daggers of venom, but with a, Neavara twist to it.
I see. I will edit those.
And instead of it being dagger of venom, I'll call them corrupting daggers. Okay.
Okay.
Next item. The spear. That spear bleh, is a javelin of lightning.
Oh.
This is a magic weapon. When you hurl it and speak its command word, it transforms into a bolt of lightning, forming a line 5 feet wide that extends out from you to a target from you to a target within 120 feet. Each creature in the line, excluding you and the target, must make a DC 13 dex save or take 4d6 lightning damage on a failed save, and half as much on a successful. The lightning bolt turns back into a javelin when it reaches its target. Make a ranged weapon attack against one target. On hit, the target takes damage from the javelin plus... Oh, I was just telling the mechanics of it. So basically, it's a javelin which does a d6, and when you utter the command word, it does that cool thing. Which, is perfect for somebody who flies around a lot.
Oh, I found it in the compendium too.
So, sorry, going back over the rules, is it the same, like the poison remains for 1 minute or until an attack using the weapon and then must succeed on a DC 15, like the exact
Yeah.
same stuff, but just with fluff for damage?
Yeah, it's the fluff for
Typing.
damage. So it's still poison.
Um,
It's still like the mechanics of being poisoned, but it's more of a corrupting touch.
So an enemy that had poison resistance, this would still fuck them up.
Correct.
because
Yeah.
it's necrotic damage instead
Yeah,
of
that's
okay.
cool.
Contact poison injury. Poison.
So this
What?
javelin is not a +1. It is just a normal javelin. It counts as magical for DR, and it can do the lightning.
Correct. I mean, something that can do that doesn't even need to be a +1, to be honest. But that's kind of what I rolled on the RNG chart when I rolled it, so I was like, wow, that's oddly perfect.
Yeah, works pretty well actually.
So next item. So we got the daggers, the corrupting daggers, we got the spear. The bee, so Zed was identifying the potions.
Yes. 3 vials. I just labeled unknown contents.
There it is. Okay, so you pop the corks, you get a whiff, you kind of slosh it around. There's like this sweet smell to them, kind of like cherries, I guess, maybe strawberries. And you'd ascertain that you have one superior healing potion, which they're rare, not crazy rare, but they're pretty damn good for what they do. One greater healing potion, and one potion of invisibility. I'll just say, I mean, they're potions. Okay. And
I'll put that in.
identifying the book, the spell book. Hold on. Let me look, see at the. Gotta find my little tag there.
I'm gonna throw this javelin at that tree stump to identify it.
The tree stump shatters. Into a million billion little tree stumpy pieces. I gotta scroll all the way up. Get the loot.
Well,
I
it's
have
not a
here.
bee, but I'll take it.
Oh, not that far up. Scroll down. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the book, the tome, that appears to be essentially a wizard's spell book. But it has an enchant on it that makes it so it doesn't get weathered. It doesn't really take damage from environmental effects, stuff like that.
Ooh.
So, yeah, pretty much the time you spend with it is determining that it has that magical effect attached to it that makes it so, when water gets splashed on it, it doesn't get damaged. Or, if it's kind of hot, the pages don't just burst into flames. So it has some weather protection. Probably something you wish your book had, but to some extent it kind of already does because you've seen it just dry off and return to normal. But yours seems a lot more reactive in a sense, whereas this one is preventative. So like if as you've seen, your book gets wet, the letters start to run, but then it just kind of just needs a little bit of time and everything returns to normal. This spell book is one that just prevents that from happening, period. But you can still like set it on fire and stuff like that. It's just resistant to those kind of things. So who else? Kozik was identifying the ring.
Yeah.
And that was the one off the adventurer. Ooh. Sec. There's a lot of
Sure.
tabs I gotta go through for some of this stuff.
I'm just putting in those files here.
Okay,
Motion.
so I'm looking for. This one
I
is.
can
Is it? That's very rare. Oh, it's this one. There it is. So that is a ring of featherfall.
That could be useful.
When you fall while wearing this ring, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling.
That is good.
There you go.
Ring of feather falling.
See if that's in the compendium to see how updated it is. Dang it. Items. Elemental acid. I bet it is in here. Yep. So Ring of Feather Falling is actually in the compendium, so you can import that on over.
Yeah, totally. Oh, there it is. Got it.
And then Shaw's. Yeah, I need to double check. Let me look at what he's got. Because I know he had a Ring of Protection. Key. Yeah, no, it's protection. Okay. Yeah, because he put it on. Okay, yeah, that's protection. All right. So yeah, you guys pretty much have a little short rest. Probably in the time it takes for Zed to set up camp for the actual long rest. And another important thing of note is you guys effectively, having completed that, granted it was still kind of a side mission, but it was still a milestone. Because goddammit, it was Diablo, and you deserve a level for defeating the cow level that doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've leveled up anyway.
Oh,
And
we need a level?
it's a partially milestone, partially other factors that I am not going to disclose. But I'm also, but I'll also say that now that you guys have effectively hit level 4, your characters are pretty much locked in, or I should say, this is the last time you can really make a change to the character on a major scale. And moving forward, leveling is going to be a little bit more in tune with the actual leveling experience, because basically once you hit level 3 and 4, you get all your goodies, you start getting feats, so a lot of doors open up, so that's when the game typically slows down. I know I advertised 15 to 20 sessions, but I also didn't I didn't expect you guys to interact with each other and RP as much, so that might go a little bit longer, but I'm okay with it as long as everybody else is. I'm having fun with it.
Now we all got to change races and classes and all that,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you can. This is
Okay.
This is your last chance to do it, basically.
Suddenly a whole new party.
Well,
So
the
when I
idea
hit
is.
the
Oh, sorry.
when I go to hit the thing to level up, it says I cannot level up.
Yeah, mine does not let me as well.
I've got a no button.
Did you fill your EXP to the correct amount, like 270 to try and level up?
Wait, what?
So
Yeah,
there's
it's
the
so
EXP
doesn't let
bar.
me
You had,
either.
I think, you had to fill it
Oh,
up, and then you should be able to level up.
Nope.
You
still
should
says
be
says
able
no.
to import still, though. So like actually, let me do it on a.
I can only upgrade my rogue and not my cleric. Because it says that I need to find my what?
Yeah, it says no known classes were found.
I think you just need to refind it again. It's being fucky.
Yeah, that one works.
Failed to find or load subclass warlock PHP. Like, yeah, it's doing some fucked up computer thing.
So that's when you're trying to go into the importer.
No, that's just when it says like level 3 paladin on my sheet, and then
Found
there's
it.
like a arrow up.
What you
Yeah,
find?
mine just has a no button.
So we're now level 3. Am I understanding?
Should be going up to level 4. So yeah, you're currently level 3.
Import.
So what'd you have to do to make that work?
I didn't. I thought it worked, and it's not actually gone through.
Okay.
We import
So
one that make a
that's
new
the-
character.
I wonder if it's just me needing to update the server. So your current class, is it not giving you guys the ability to do it?
Yeah.
No, the
It only
buttons
lets
just
me. It only lets me do it for Rogue, and not my actual domain. Which I guess
take a
makes
look.
sense because everyone's saying that they're having trouble with the one that they've selected the subclass for.
Import. All right. Well,
Yeah, I don't have like a multi-class thing going on, and it's just sort of the same error that you guys are getting.
all right. Well, give me a sec to at least wrap up the stream, and then we'll get this figured out real quick, just so people aren't sitting there just listening to us trying to do tech stuff. All right, y'all. I appreciate
Same.
y'all's hanging out and watching the stream. I'm gonna, wrap up the stream here because the longer the video goes, the more I have to upload and download, and data takes up space, etc., etc. So, I appreciate y'all being here and watching. And that was The Fallen, episode 15. And with that, I hope you guys have a good morning, evening, or whatever is in between. And I will catch you on the flip side. And for those of you who are watching on the YouTube side, we do this every Tuesday from 7 to 10 Pacific. So feel free to hop on by and do the thing. And I look forward to seeing you pop in or lurking. Either way, I got a little lurk command now, and I got cool stuff. So I'll catch you next time, and I will, catch you next time. I'm probably gonna be playing some video games tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. 5 to 5:30 is kind of when I usually start Pacific. So there you go. I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and look forward to seeing you again, adventurers. We shall meet again. Don't worry. We shall.